Mr. Harmless here, and we're going to be doing the notes for just this portion. We'll try to do the other portion in class unless we have another e-learning day. But these are just the notes for just this portion. A proportion. What is a proportion? A proportion is an equation that states two, and I could put two different words in here. I'm going to put the word ratios. But you could also think of it as two fractions being equal. And you can see in this first example right here why that's either way. A proportion is written as, and I'm going to write it this way just for a moment, A over B equals C over D. So the A and the B and the C and the D can represent anything. So the A is just saying the numerator of this side, so like the 4. The B is whatever's in the denominator, right? C. And so sometimes it's just a number, sometimes it's more than that. Okay, for any proportion, say using this one here, okay, for any proportion, okay, see this A and this D, you could say A times D and then B times C. So this is called the cross product, cross multiplying, sometimes we call it multiplying across makes a new equation. So I'm going to do one example here, and then you'll get the idea. Actually, I'm going to do two examples. Let's do 11 and 12, and then the rest of these I'll do as separate examples. Number 11. So if we're going to do the cross product, 4 times 7. Okay, so I'm going to write a new equation here. 4 times 7 on one side is 28. On the other side of the equal sign, 2 times x is 2x. So notice when we do this, we make a brand new equation that's a lot easier to solve than this one. We can then solve this like normal. So I could divide both sides by 2, and I end up with x equals, and then 28 divided by 2 is 14. So there's number 11. All right, let's go ahead, and I want to do number 12, not because it's really that much different, but because the answer looks a little bit different. So 19 times 12, and just to make sure I'm doing that right, grab my calculator. 19 times 12 is 228. So we'll do the same thing here. Cross product, right? The 19 times the 12 is 228. The x times the 10 is 10x, and those go on either side of a new equation. To solve this, just like the last one, to get rid of this 10, we're going to divide by 10. 10. That's it. 10. Divide by 10, and we end up with x on this side, and 228 divided by 10 on this side. And this does not come out evenly, and so you have a couple options. Most of the time you can just put in a decimal, so I can just do 228 divided by 10 is 22.8. So the answer to this one, x equals 22.8. All right. These get a little bit more complex. I'll do a couple more examples on a separate video, but hopefully this will get you started.